Good morning, everybody. It's Friday again. Welcome back to English class. Today we are going to continue with the 39-step book. And for this week, our progress is on chapter 6. So we are going to focus on chapter 6 starting from page 36. Alright. So last week we talked about chapter 5. And in chapter 5, we mentioned that Hannah was running away, and then he found some people working on the road, and then he asked for help, and then he ran away again. Now in chapter 6, it's pretty much the same, but he is running from another place, and then to another place. So basically, chapter 5 and chapter 6 has many similarities. And there are a lot of actions that are pretty much in common, except in chapter 6, Hannah actually runs into a group of bad guys, bad people. So I've actually circled all the keywords that you guys will need to find out for the class log this week. And I know the midterm exam is ongoing now for a lot of you. And maybe some of you have already finished your midterm exam. Following this weekend, maybe it'll be a good idea for you guys to summarize all your class summaries for April, since tomorrow is going to be, oh no, not today. Today is the 1st of May. So basically you should have all the class logs done for April. And apart from that, make sure that you have submitted your midterm poster. I've started to reply some of your emails and started to grade the midterm posters. But all of our grades needs to be submitted by the end of next Friday. So be sure that you hand in all your work by next Friday, the latest. Okay? If you have any questions about the midterm poster, please feel free to ask me in private. Okay, so let's take a look at chapter 6, page 36. The title is The Bold Writer. The Bold Writer. Now today, we are going to keep the video a little bit brief, not as long as the ones we had before. And basically what I'd like you guys to do is to go through these and then circle the keywords. So if you have your book with you, please open it up to page 36 and let's go through and circle all the keywords as we go. Alright, the first keyword I'd like you guys to highlight is the word heather. Heather. Now it is a word in the first line of chapter 6. Heather is a kind of plant, and it is a purplish colored, well, I would say a little bit like a bush on the ground. It's not a tree, okay? And the second word is biscuit on page 36, biscuit. Biscuit is the British way of saying cookies. But in American English, we say cookies and crackers. Crackers are salty and cookies are sweet. So they are basically two different flavored biscuits. But biscuits is a British word for cookies. Alright, let's continue. Supper. Supper means dinner. Moving on to page 37, you will see the word chimney here at the middle of the page. Chimney. Chimney is part of the house where the smoke goes out, where Santa Claus actually crawls into houses during Christmas time. And the second word on page 37 is the word pleasant. Pleasant. Pleasant means happy. And the most important word for this chapter is the word bold. Bold means no hair. So if you're bald, that means you don't have hair. Okay. Now moving on to page 38, we'll be able to see the word hawk. Hawk. Hawk is a kind of bird. Okay, it is a very, I would say, pretty eager, pretty aggressive bird, and it's actually quite big. A hawk. If you don't know, you can look up the Chinese for that. And the word pound down here, pound. Okay, 4 pounds on the table. Pound is the currency for British dollar, which is what we call 英镑. We call pound. Anybody know how much a pound is now? Okay, maybe you can check it out and see. Now, on page 40, you will see this is Hannah sitting here. And there are 3 people here. They are all bad guys, actually. This is the old man mentioned in the chapter. And these are the 2 men that have been running after Hannah. Okay. And he was taken into prison. And he was put into a dark room. And he had to figure out ways to get out. Okay. Now on page 41, please find the word shutters. Shutters. Okay. And the word matches. Fuses. And on the next page, explosives. Okay, so I'll leave them to you. I will later send all the vocabularies that I'm talking about now through to you online. And then you can look them up if you're not sure what they really mean and add these vocabularies into your class log. The next key word down here is the word unconscious. Unconscious is quite an important word. You might want to know what it is. Unconscious means you've lost focus on things. Basically, in Chinese, you'll probably say 昏迷状态. Okay, unconscious. And then on page 43, we have the word stream. Stream is similar to a river. And then we've got meters and liters down here on the page 45. And now on page 44, if you take a look at the book, this of course is our running man, Nate, and he's cleaning himself and trying to hold on to himself against the wall outside the house. So basically, in all, Hannah went into this old house in chapter 6 and he ran into an old man. They started to talk, and then later on he was taken into a dark room and he tried to escape, and in the end he managed to escape and continue to run. Okay, continue to run. So basically throughout the whole book, this is the theme of the book, running. For most times, that's what Hannah's been doing.